Had to get on late. So here we go. Hi, Lauren. I like your earphones. Are those Jensen's? Cute. So ketones, exogenous ketones, what you are drinking or what you're interested in drinking, pure therapeutic ketones. I love how Lauren's giving her little guy a bath. Like all of us moms do this business from home, and it's wonderful. Exogenous ketones, they're an energy source. So literally we have fats, carbohydrates, proteins, and you can think of ketones as like that fourth macronutrient, right? It's an energy source. So many times people say, well, is it a protein drink? Is it a meal replacement? No, it's ketones. And so the Pruvit ketones are the only ketones on the market that are patented to be bioidentical to the ketones that your body makes. Our naturally fermented, our NAT ketones are naturally fermented to be exactly like the ones that your body creates when you're in nutritional ketosis or starvation or fasting ketosis. So what does that mean? That means that you can have the benefits of ketosis, of being in that metabolic state where you're running on fat for fuel. You can be in that metabolic state without having to do restrictive dieting. Ketogenic way of eating is typically less than 20 grams of carbs a day, or it takes several days of fasting to get to nutritional ketosis. So it's really a way to experience the benefits of ketosis without having such a rigid eating plan and a rigid lifestyle. So it's not a weight loss supplement. So when I got into ketones, I was all for weight loss and I thought it was a weight loss supplement. And then I quickly learned it's not. What you get from drinking ketones, primarily there's 5 benefits. You open a packet, you drink ketones, you experience better sleep, better mood, better focus. So there's some improved cognitive effects. You experience fat loss, appetite suppression, and some steady energy. So those are the primary 5 benefits, and I grouped the cognitive effects like the mood and the energy. I mean the mood and the focus. Okay, so I didn't include weight loss in that because it is not just it's not a miracle. They're pretty close to a miracle, and when you look at the science and the research and development behind them, they are close to a miracle, but they're not. So you cannot drink ketones and continue to eat, a pretty bad diet and lose weight. But the really cool thing is with some nutritional changes like limiting carbohydrates or watching sugars or doing portion control, any of those things, you're going to see weight loss if that's what you're looking for. So a lot of times people have the misunderstanding that they have to do hardcore ketogenics. For some people, they need that. They need that for their hormone regulation, or they have other conditions, or they have a lot of weight to lose. So that's definitely something to consider, ketogenic way of eating. But you don't have to do ketogenic way of eating. I feel like Jackson's kind of stealing the show here. He's like looking at you guys. So that's really amazing what it does. So people always ask me, like, when do I take ketones? When you get your ketones, we're going to usually tell you to start with half of a packet on an empty stomach in the morning. Taking a half of a packet allows you to see how your stomach might react to the caffeine or just the ketones, okay? The other thing that you're going to want to do is take it on an empty stomach, right? Because it's going to give you appetite suppression. I feel like if you take it with food, you're going to, not be experiencing the appetite suppression. Hey, Lauren, there's some girls on our team trying to get on the call that say they can't. Can you drop them the call link in our group chat? Hey, Lori. So that's how we're going to have you start, but eventually the way that ketones are optimally used is to take them when you need them. And once you start using ketones consistently every day, you're going to start to know when you need your ketone. For me, I need them in the afternoon and evenings. So I'll still take half a serving or a full serving in the morning just because I love them and I drink 2 a day. But then I'm really going to use that one that I really need at 3 o'clock when women tend to get that afternoon slump. Say you don't want to take 2 a day, you can just save your ketone eventually and take it at the hardest time when you experience the most difficulty in your day. energy-wise or nutrition-wise or like brain fog-wise. That ketone is going to really help you there. So you can just start adding that in. But I think a really great way to use the ketone, and I'm all about like, you know, saving money and everything, is to do half of a serving in the morning and half of a serving in the afternoon. And that way you're doing 1 ketone packet a day, and you're able to still get the benefits all day long and not have to take 2 packets a day. Another thing that you can do, I hear a lot from women especially, is that they have really bad sweet tooth at the end of the day. So you can actually take a caffeine-free ketone at the end of the day, and it's going to actually help with that sweet tooth, and you're going to also be surprised at how well it is helping you sleep. So the cool thing about ketones is they're going to give you what you need. So if you take a caffeine-free ketone during the day, it's not going to make you sleep, but if you take it's going to give you energy. But if you take a caffeine-free ketone when you're tired and winding down, it's going to help you sleep. There's some really good, amazing things that happen with ketones as far as sleep. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. So I can't really say why, but there's something to do with GABA that's released in the brain when you're in ketosis, and it helps you with the like sleep-producing, relaxing chemicals in your brain. Lauren's like, okay, you're doing okay. She's our medical person. So one important thing to know is that ketones are just an individual thing. Like there's no one way, one diet, one meal plan, one time a day. Like I said, we will help you see what works in the beginning, what has worked for many people, but then it's such an evolution of figuring out how to make it individual for you. One thing that is a must with ketones are electrolytes. So anytime you're eating ketogenic, low carb, or taking ketones, your body's not going to be retaining as much water. Like think about it, bread and pasta, like they got some space for us to retain water. So you're going to be, excreting more fluids in your body. You're going to be losing electrolytes that way. And so you want to make sure that you are, number one, hydrating. So a good rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces of water a day. But also taking an electrolyte supplement. So in the past, I've taken some electrolytes from Amazon.com. So electrolytes are not Gatorade. Gatorade has electrolytes, but they're comprised of some essential nutrients or minerals: magnesium, sodium, chloride, potassium, and I think I missed one more. But, and so what those are, they're essential for the way that our bodies run optimally. So we do have Mitoplex, which is really important. So you don't have to take Mitoplex. That's just like our company's very, very high quality electrolyte supplement, but you do need electrolytes when you're doing ketogenics, ketones, and keto way of eating. You can also do it, you can also use it with, I lost my train of thought. You can also get those electrolytes through nutrition, okay? So, and then nutrition, like whatever works for you. If low carb works for you, if calorie counting, if Weight Watchers works for you, if paleo works for you, keto, if it fits your macros, whatever it is, you can do that. You don't have to do ketogenic way of eating. If you don't want to lose weight, you don't need to change the way you eat either. But if you want to lose weight, that's where you're going to see it, is through the nutritional changes. And depending on how extreme you want those weight loss changes to be, then you can decide with your promoter or reaching out to me or anyone else to see what would be the best sustainable way of eating for you. What I really don't want to see, and what no one wants to see, is a crash diet for anyone. So a lot of you guys are hopping on this to learn about free product. So I'm going to kind of switch gears. I don't know how I'm doing on time, but we're just going to roll with it if everyone's okay. So, you know, ketones are expensive. Just for reference, you guys, the first dose of ketones that was created at the University of South Florida came in at around $25,000 a dose. So, you know, that was about 8 years ago. And so through research and development, through ketones becoming mainstream, and really through our company Pruvit, we've been able to get ketones into the masses. We've been leading the conversation with ketones for 3 years now. I've been part of the conversation for 2 years now, and it's really exciting to see how eventually everyone's going to know what ketones are, and they're going to be a household thing. I kind of think like coffee, but ketones are way better than coffee. So ketones are expensive, but really not, relatively not as expensive as they used to be when they were on the shelves at a university when they were first created. So our company recognizes that, and I can't tell you how many times people reach out and they're like, should I sign up to be a promoter to get a discount on product? And I'm like, do you want to sell ketones? And the person might say, no, I don't want to sell ketones. At which point I'm going to say, then probably not for you. We don't want you to sign up for being a promoter, but you can access the same discounts that we do as promoters. The first level of discounts is you love ketones and you want them delivered to your doorstep every 30 days. If you sign up for our auto shipment program, you're going to get 22% off your ketones every month. And then the 4th month of auto ship, you're going to get a free box in with your order. So you're going to order your ketones. They're 22% off. The company's going to say, hey, here's an extra box of this month I got Vanilla Sky. Amazing. So that's our first level of discounts. That's what all of us sellers, distributors, we get that too. And you can access that as a customer. And that way you don't have to sign up to promote something that you don't want to do. There's just this kind of weird trend in the industry with direct sales where people are trying to get everybody to be a promoter. I'm guilty of that. In my last gig, I had my mom and my husband and my dog and everybody, like seriously, my dog, signed up. So we really don't want to, we don't want people to just sign up to sell something they don't want to sell, but we want everyone to have not only discounted ketones, but free ketones. I need some more. That's my cue. I need to slow it down. So that's how you can get a free box every 4th month. But as a customer, you can also get free boxes every month. I'm like dying here. I don't know what just happened. Got a little frog in my throat. So our next level of customer discounts, and this is available again to customers and promoters, is you love ketones, you're getting them on auto shipment, and you're drinking ketones. And what happens when you drink ketones? Well, you're happier, you're in a better mood, you're more focused. Oh, thanks, Lauren. I aspirated all my water. Thanks I'm glad we have a nurse on here. Your hair's growing longer, you're glowing, you're losing fat, you're losing weight, you're not eating donuts when everyone else is eating donuts at work. So people are starting to notice that. And so the next level is where you start referring people. So someone says, hey, Ever, what are you drinking? And I'm like, I don't know, they're ketones and they taste good and they make me feel great. And I don't have to be a scientist. I don't have to say, well, ketosis is, you're just going to say they're ketones. They make me feel great. I'm going to start sharing my screen here and show you as a customer how you each have share links where you can go to your cloud account and log in. If you've never ordered from the company yet, make sure you reach out to your promoter and we'll get you an account set up. We'll also get you a coupon to get you started. You have these share links, and these share links are amazing. You're like a promoter, but you don't have to sell anything. You just share. You just talk about them. So you're going to send your Aunt Sally or your customer your link. I named mine sophiaj.experienceketo.com because that's my daughter's name. And so I'm going to send this to my Aunt Sally and my coworker. And I'm going to say, I really don't know that much about them. I just know I feel great. Maybe you do know a lot about them, but I always just send this. And it gives them this really easy to understand campfire video. And then after they watch it, they can request a 5-day trial. Most of you listening in started ketones with a 5-day trial. It's going to send your promoter the information. So your promoter is going to do the work. They're going to reach out to them, or you can connect your Aunt Sally You can connect your Aunt Sally to me or to whoever your promoter is, but this will let them connect directly. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to get your Aunt Sally some ketones by day 2. She'll be like, wow, this stuff's great. At which point we're going to send Aunt Sally your Shop Keto link. We're going to give her a coupon, get her set up on SmartShip, and she's going to be all good to go. So it's really simple. We don't want customers to have to be selling and promoting and all that. We're going to help you probably, if you want to share on Facebook, we'll help you come up with your ketone story, to share a post and be like, I love my ketones, you know, who wants some? If you're not wanting to do that, we'll help you with some resources that you could send people. But it's really simple. One thing I do want to say is, a lot of times with the auto shipment, backing up a few steps, a lot of times people say, I do not want to sign up for auto shipment because last time I did, true story, I cannot cancel my hair product. Like, they're going to charge me $40. I have to call on Saturdays between 10 and 2 on the 3rd Saturday of the month. Like, it's ridiculous. With this, once you set up your SmartShip, and mine's not currently set up on this. This is just like my promo one. But literally, you'd log in, and right here, it would show you my SmartShip if it was active. And there's going to be a big cancel button. You cancel it, and it's going to say, are you sure? But they're not going to like try to talk you out of it. You don't have to talk to anyone. You press cancel. You're good to go. If you're ready again later for ketones, then you can get started again and reactivate that. But you're not like locked in forever. You're not going to have to sign away your firstborn child, because I swear that's what it feels like a lot of times with auto shipments. I think there's some, you know, shady practices going on in the industry with that. So that's it in a nutshell. I think I went really fast, but I think that, you know, I just wanted to hit on those few topics. Does anybody have any questions for those of you guys watching live or calling in? We have a caller. Does anybody have questions about any of that, about ketones, how to use ketones, troubleshooting, how to share about ketones, anything like that? You could unmute your line or you can type your questions in. And if not, we'll go ahead and, my little guy's all passed out. He's all partied out. Lachey, your little guy has the same outfit with the little chameleon. They're so cute. All right, it looks like we're good to go. So thank you for your time. Again, like, I know what a sacrifice it is to be on a call and listen in at 7 o'clock. But I just want to say thank you. And after this, just reach out, or the person that invited you might reach out to you and get you started on, you know, sharing ketones as a customer. If you're at all interested in promoting ketones, we can definitely have a conversation about that too. And sometimes it happens where someone's wanting just the free product, and then, oh, and I totally forgot to say, you have to get 2 people to order through you. So I said, like, your Aunt Sally and your coworker, and then your next month is free. You're going to get Pruvit bucks to pay for your next SmartShip order. So that's how that works. But a lot of times people end up getting more than 2 people. Hey, Roshonda. They end up getting more than 2 people, at which point we want you to probably think about promoting. Otherwise, your promoter is going to be making money off of all your referrals. So thank you guys again for hopping on. And we're going to do these every week. So if you have questions next week, you can hop on and ask them about, hey, I took my ketone this day, or I'm trying to do this with my nutrition. None of us are experts, but we definitely have used ketones long enough that we know there's a lot of different tricks and ways to optimize. So thanks for hopping on.